Now, this week, many of you will know that we came to understand or learn that for NIO to reach profitability, they need to be selling around 30,000 vehicles on a monthly basis. Now, the question is, can NIO get to 30,000? Right now, we know that it's not possible because earlier this week we read, of course, an article saying that NIO existing factory are not able to meet the demand that NIO has. So I think the most that the NIO factories can handle it's around 20,000, but with the new factory number 3 that is currently under construction, I think we can have, probably will be closer to a solution for NIO to reach profitability. There are also good stuff or good catalysts like the sub brands that will be coming that will help, of course, NIO get to the profitability that they want. I mean, with the Onvo, you will know that in the NIO CEO himself, again, he said for Onvo to really assist NIO, they need to at least be selling around 20,000 vehicles. So they cannot sell anything below 20,000 for them to assist NIO. But in terms of profitability, we know that for NIO, they need to sell at least 30,000 vehicles, which I think it's possible, guys, because if you to have to look into their order books that, of course, they received for May, they were around 27,000, and these came after NIO introduced some catalysts, some incentives, which shows you that if NIO can introduce more of these, we can easily see them getting to 30,000 on a month to month, which will be pretty interesting to see. I mean, one of the things that some of the analysts have been saying, they've been saying NIO can reach profitability by next year, 2025, which I think it's very much possible because, ladies and gents, NIO, like I said, it's introducing factory number 3, which, as I said in a couple of videos ago, we might get to see that factory up and running by Q4 because Onvo is coming, and if these two factories can take the demand for NIO, it does not make sense that NIO introduces Onvo and starts selling Onvo in Q3, whereas these two factories can handle the demand for NIO. So I personally believe that Q4 or Q3 rather, the factory number 3 might be ready to tackle the orders that will come with Onvo. And yes, one thing that we know is that Onvo is not going to be produced only from of course the factory number 3, but also I think factory number 2, which is Neopark, will also be producing the Onvo brand, which is something that I think that is also pretty exciting. You don't have to think that the 100,000 production capacity that that factory will have will of course be the numbers or the total deliveries that we get to see from Onvo. Onvo will also be produced from the other NIO factories. I mean, today during the China Automotive Forum, the NIO CEO indicated the issue of demand to say NIO current sales exceed the current or NIO's current demand, and they are working so hard to increase the production capacity. I think personally, probably what we might see NIO do is not only, of course, introduce factory number 3, but also increase the current production capacity in their existing factories to try to meet the demands, because it just don't make sense that they bring a factory that with an output of around 100,000 vehicles on annual basis, especially when they are going to introduce mass market brands like Onvo and Firefly. You will know that Firefly right now, we know that NIO is going to start with the deliveries of that model or that sub-brand model first half of next year, which does not add up. I think this comment, especially that we read from the or coming out from the NIO CEO's comments made during the event today, tells us that, of course, they might also be preparing and upgrading, of course, production capacity from their other factories. So yes, man, 30,000 is what will make NIO 10 to become profitable. Which do I think is possible? Yes, NIO just need to, I guess, continue with the incentives, subsidies, some of the subsidies, to make sure that they attract more people to come and buy the NIO cars. I mean, it's possible, and this, ladies and gents, I don't think it can. Yes, it affects the margins, but not by much, because we discussed some of the changes that have taken place onto NIO them acquiring Jack assets, producing their own cars, producing their own chips, which some of these things also have a good impact. Lithium batteries being down, these have a good impact into NIO's gross margins, which of course it won't be as what many people are thinking, because these things are also playing a huge role into improving NIO's gross margins. So the current catalyst, the current incentive subsidies that NIO is offering needs to continue doing that, and I think we can get, of course, 30,000 deliveries on a month to month from NIO. I mean, sub brands are coming, and of course they will easily sell more than what NIO is currently selling, because they are much cheaper and can be quite afforded by a number of people, or much more than the people that can afford the NIO cars. This is good news. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click the notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you buy NIO, please do make sure that you do your own DD, so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.